So this is Cadet Cook, and I'm with Cadet Rhoden. We'll be going over Deliverable 2-2, in which we made 6 charts and graphs based off the pivot tables from the data. So first, real quick, we have the sort by, the PACOM, the country, longitude, latitude, time frame from last deliverable, and then for our class, we selected the Philippines, so we'll stay with the Philippines with PACOM, and then you gave us the start and end date between 2000 and 2014. So first, we'll go through and we'll filter by country first. So we'll look at the Philippines, and then we'll go into the code. So when we press the filter button, it goes back into my data, which we put COCOM, country, and longitude, latitude all in one sheet. So as you can see, it's filtering all by the Philippines, which we selected, and then also it starts with 2000, and it stays within that time frame. So stepping into our macros that we created, we got developers, macros, and first one we'll step into our attack by type. So our attack by type, it's basically taken from the YouTube channel, but basically it goes through, defines the tables, defines the pivot sheets, defines all the worksheets that we use, the my data sheet that's pulling data from, the pivot table, where the pivot table is going, which is another sheet on the Excel sheet, and then the dashboard. It clears it, and then it goes down, and then this is where we edit it. So we looked at the attack type, which is in the my data sheet, and then we used the event data to count all the data together, and then we made a pie chart. So create pie chart within the range, and then we use that pie chart. We got that pie chart from the pivot table data, and then we created the pie chart, and then copy and pasted it onto the dashboard. So after that, we will go in and show the graphs. So our show graphs button, click that. It runs through all the pivot tables. So to show, we have target by type, attack by type, weapon by type, number of attacks, total number of fatalities, casualties, and then the sum of and total of the wounded and casualties. So that's an example. So we'll show that it works for COCOM. So filter by COCOM and show graphs. So here's to show that it changes. It's about 5,500. So show graphs. And then boom, it's almost 40,000. So it's much different for each COCOM and every selection possible. So our overall approach to the design is we created pivot tables for each graph, and basically what we did is, so we created a pivot table and then copy and pasted it over into the dashboard, which we showed in the macro, and everything was collected from the My Data tab. So your data was not used this time around. We kind of stayed with our overall approach throughout the whole design, and for each macro, for each graph, we copied and pasted the information down, and the things that we altered were the variables used to find the data, the chart type, and that's it.
Hi, I'm Cadet Rhoden, and I will talk about our deliverables' strengths and weaknesses, and also future work that we could have done if we had more time. So first, strengths. Our dashboard takes account of all the user's inputs, and it shows all the charts in a convenient manner for the user. Weaknesses. The graphs are not fully defined. One particular graph does not have a title, and others do not have legends. Moving on to future work. If we had more time, we could have added a one-step button that would clear all previous graphs, because currently If we were to continually make graphs, they just stack on top of one another, and it will not take away from the utility of the graph, but it does create a lot of unnecessary memory usage for the Excel software. Also, we could merge our filter and show graphs buttons so that the user only has to click one button for efficiency's sake.